How's it going, guys? The M Gamer is back, and today I'm going to ask you a question. Could the Giant and Shadows of Evil be linked in some way? I mean, it makes sense because, well, kind of, because they're in the same kind of time frame, around about the mid-40s or 30s, I'm not sure, but they seem to be around the same time, so that could be a reason. But there's also something else I'd like to point out, and in this video I'm going to show you what, like, a main part that could link the two maps together, and it's basically it's a plane. It's like a flying machine that you can see in both maps. So what you got to do is you got to go do all the 4 rituals, and then you have to place the worms in the rift, which is what I'm doing now. So once you've done that, you got when you go back out, you will, when you go out the doors at the top of the rift, you will come out into the junction, and you'll see that the sky's turned red, and there's a weird tentacle monster in the sky, and about 4 or 5 seconds after, you'll hear a noise, some sort of like a ping, and then off above you you'll see this flying machine. And what strikes me is it's really weird, because you, at the time, you think that advanced to like new vehicles, like, because if it's the 40s, then it's gonna be, or 30s, there's gonna be better vehicles than this, because this looks like something original from when the Wright brothers first created the flying machine. Sorry, but when you see it, you'll definitely see that it doesn't seem to be at the same time, considering all the cars that are around would suggest that it's around about 30s at least. So obviously I'm on the third ritual here, so one more to do after this, and then once you go into the rift and you've placed the 4 worms, you will see that there's this plane. What also seems to be
He was a sleazeball.
quite weird is the Shadow Man. The Shadow Man, I think there's a possibility it could be linked to the characters in the Giant, because if you remember back to Black Ops 1, way back in Black Ops 1, in Kino de Toten, there's 4 paintings of the characters on the walls, and there was an extra painting as well, which was this Shadow Man. Basically, it's the same. It's the Shadow Man. So that has to have something to do with it, because he hasn't come up yet. We don't know anything about him, so this could possibly be the Shadow Man crossing over from Shadows of Evil to the Giant, that kind of timeline. So here we go. I'll leave the game to it, and you'll see the plane.
Are you fucking kidding me? Is that it? Are we like completely doomed now? I thought I'd seen everything.
So now I've jumped over to Der Riese, and on top of the building at the back you'll see, guess what, the same flying contraption. So I don't know what it means. It could mean anything. They're just, I don't know, maybe it's Crasher or something, but I'm going to say I think it's linked. You can make your own assumptions, but I think it's kind of linked somewhere. So thank you for watching, and goodbye.